ATK in this thing, TKG type of fucking. This thing, TKG, what is good with y'all, man? Listen, y'all see the title, y'all know exactly what we're getting into, man. I told y'all after I revealed the XXL 2025 freshman cover that I was going to listen to each and every single XXL freshman individually. And I wound up listening to 3 songs each from every freshman. And let me tell you, man, the people I thought were going to be trash, some of them shocked me. And some of them that I expected to be trash, definitely, you know, yeah. it was what it was. So this class is, I have my opinions about it, okay? And I'll tell you after we talk about, you know, the last person on this class. But, yeah. Let's just get started with the person that I considered the worst freshman on this list. Kicking this off, we have LaserDim 700. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I know this is probably gonna be polarizing. I know he's meant to be kind of a, you know, a joke artist. At least that's what I got from his music. The 3 songs that I heard, they just all sounded like You Know Miles music. And if you know who You Know Miles is, you know that's not a compliment, especially if you're meant to be taken seriously. LaserDim 700 has been fairly popular in the streaming world. I've seen him connected to a few streamers. Underground social media plugs have been really selling his music. And you know, yeah, I understand, you know, these guys have good personalities, but we're talking about the music. And when talking about the music, I think his personality is what's going to get him more over in, you know, the music industry, not his music. His music, honestly, like, he has the same kind of appeal that I feel Lil B would have. And I think Lil B, a lot of people take his music seriously, but they also really adore Lil B as a person. I think this might be one, you know, this might wind up being the same situation. I think objectively, LaserDim does not make good music, but he's not, you know, again, I understand the fanfare. So yeah, take it that or what you will, but I haven't heard any of the freestyles. I don't know if the ciphers came out yet either, but I'll be really honest with you. I already know that this guy's not going to impress in either. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Again, I want to be surprised. I want to be shocked by all this, but just based off of what I've heard, I'm expecting some Coil Ray and some Lil Mosey. Next up, we have Ean. Yeah, this dude is a corn ball. Like, I never really heard Ean before. I've only really seen people talk about him, and you know, for the most part, I thought it was just the same old people that hated on any white rapper. And then I actually listened to the music, and I gotta tell you, honest to God, I don't like it, and I now understand what everyone's talking about. The main criticism on this guy is that he just sounds like he's mocking, you know, a few rappers. So, honestly, you know, I hear more Future, more, it's just a few people that I hear, but I'm gonna be really honest with you, man. It's not there. It's really not there. I don't like the energy. I don't like it's just not him. I could just look at this dude and tell that the closest he's been to a hood is driving by one, and 9 times out of 10 he had tinted windows. He was sitting in the back seat, probably security guard sitting next to him. Like, this dude, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not there. I don't fuck with him at all. And now I see his freestyle getting made fun of a lot. So yeah, and then I seen some of the lyrics. Yeah, he may have a future in music, just because, you know, somehow, you know, guys like him finds ways to succeed. It may be short term, hell, he may even get a few years out like Ice Spice, but ultimately, I just feel like when it comes down to everything, when we're judging the quality of his music, it's not there. Again, I listened to 3 songs, and just because I had to listen to 2 more songs from this dude, and it just, again, it's corny, okay? Next up, we have Baby Chief Do It. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Y'all already know I'm not a fan of minors talking big like adults. It's really, really lame to me. Like, it's super lame. I looked at this guy one good time and I was like, yeah, this definitely is either a minor or this is one of them shy glizzy ass motherfuckers. Dude just looks super young. But nah. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of his shit at all. Now I hear the potential. I hear how he could be super popular, but he's 17 years old and he's talking about how all the hoes want him and how, you know, the ops, they're scared of messing with them because, you know, oh, you know, my guys, we're gonna pull up on you and yada. Like, okay. All right, buddy. Beats don't really change. Flow is, you know, usually pretty similar from the last song. I only listened to 3 songs from this kid, and I couldn't take a 4 for a 5th. I couldn't take, my curiosity was not piqued at all. Like, after hearing the second, I'm like, yeah, this third one's gonna sound exactly like 1 and 2, and it was. So, I don't know. I applaud XXL for really picking a young up-and-comer because he's young and he's got some popularity behind him, but come on now, man. Again, 17, talking about all this shit. Let's just stick to the quality of music here for a second and not, you know, pick at his age. He's got some talent. I'll say that much. When talking about the things he's talking about, I can understand why he would make this list and why he would pique some people's curiosity. But all the same, when I take all that out and bring the age back up, it's just really hard to listen to stuff like this. Next up, we've got YTB Fatt. I made the very, very casual mistake of saying that this guy was from Detroit. I had just a feeling that he was, but no, this motherfucker's from Memphis. Now, let me be honest with y'all, okay? I feel like every year we're going to get at least one artist from Memphis, because Memphis is really, yeah, it's hip hop at this point. Sooner or later, everyone you hear on the radio is going to be from Memphis, because let's be honest here, the accent, the style of sound, all that stuff, it's pretty popular. Now, why it's popular, I could probably tell you that on a broader scale. But let's just talk about YTB Fatt for a second. I can't help but listen to music from Memphis artists and only hear like 2 artists at this point. Because for the most part, if the topic matter doesn't change, then all y'all males are essentially all just Moneybagg Yo, basically. And all the females are essentially all just Glorilla, to me. If it doesn't change, that's really all it boils down to, because y'all all really sound the same. It's just this dude kind of has like a, you know, cigarettes chain smoker voice going on here, so it sounds a little different, but it's not, if you know what I mean. So I want to be honest here, and I'm gonna be very, very clear when I say this. He doesn't sound that much different from anybody else. Do I understand why he's popular? Most definitely. You could play his song fast in the club and you're gonna see nothing but a bunch of dudes throwing money and a bunch of girls twerking. I'm sure his music has them type of beats. He's got that type of voice. He's got that type of subject matter going on to where it's like, okay, yeah, we can see all this happening. So yeah, him making XXL, I get it. I understand. And he's kind of been a floating name for a while now, so it had to happen at some point. But I don't have too much of an opinion on this guy, just because just take whatever I said about Memphis artists 2 and apply it to this dude, because it really doesn't change. They're not really too much different from each other. I'd even argue that Memphis rap is starting to sound a lot like Chicago drill at this point. Not the same, but they're all really talking about the same shit. Next up, we have EBK Jabbo. Now, part of me feels like I am wasting time talking about this dude, because I seen somewhere that he is facing 30 years in prison. I don't know what the fuck he did, but 30 years for that to be the minimum of what you may serve is fucking insane. Now I know the justice system is kind of flawed, especially when it comes to people of color. But 30 fucking years, you had to have killed Donald Trump's daughter or something for that type of fucking time. That is insane. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna just simply talk about the music here, because talking about his future in music, it's literally no point. It's essentially like telling you when to expect Tay-K home, which, fuck Tay-K. Glad he's in there for as long as he is. I think he got like, what, 70 something years? Yeah, spam free Tay-K in the comments so I can get a good laugh today. But let me be real with y'all, man. I heard some of the beats that this guy raps on, and they sound like Detroit beats. And if I looked up EBK Jabbo, I'm definitely going to see that this motherfucker is not from Detroit, Michigan. If he is, then all of this really makes tons of sense. But, you know, same thing I've been talking about for the past 3 fucking people. Just a dude that talks about running up on ops, killing motherfuckers. I'm really about that action. It's funny because one of the songs I listened to in the beginning, the guy was saying, don't tell on me. And so I guess this dude had a crystal ball somewhere around him, because he might have just known that they were gonna run down on him. At the very least, you could say that he's authentic, that, you know, he really will shoot an op, he really will kill somebody. I'm assuming that's what he did, because 30 years sounds absolutely fucking crazy. This isn't like, you know, I stole from the corner store type of time. This is fucking terrorist time. This is like, you know, I robbed the store, then I killed the cashier, then I killed the owner, and then some random girl walked in. You know, I bent her over, had my way with her, and then I killed her too. That's that type of time that he's getting. 30 fucking years. Like, fuck the music, man. Like, what is even the point? Why did you even get on? Why did XXL even put this dude on if he got 30 fucking years? He's getting 30, possibly 30. Hell, he could be home. I'm not too certain. He could be out on bail or whatever the hell. But 30. That's what I saw. So I don't think there's a point in talking about this nigga's future. He clearly is not. I'm not about to have a future, unless it's when to expect his first meal of the day and what job he's about to have in the joint. Next up, we have 1900 Rugrat. Yeah. So when I was talking about this dude in the other video, I said that this looked like Mac Miller's evil twin. I stand by that, and I raise you this. Evil is a fucking understatement. But when I listened to this dude's music, I was fucking shocked. I was absolutely surprised. In a neutral way. Now, look, his style of rap, not my cup of tea. But I definitely understand why he's somewhat popular. I understand it. This guy is probably more hood than everyone I've spoken about combined, and that includes Jabbo. Now, I respect the fact that he doesn't force the N-word. He doesn't say nigga. He says cracker instead. I like that. I respect that. Well, I'm not a big fan of his style of music. I respect his approach, I guess. This seems like a guy that definitely grew up in the hood, and respects the people that he grew up around, to not disrespect just disrespect them. Will a clip come out of him saying the N-word one day? I definitely don't doubt it. But in his music, he keeps some type of respect. Now, as far as the music goes, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's more hood thugger. We gonna beat your ass if you get on the line music. It's more, it's just thug music, okay? So far, we've got one artist on here that's not really on that thug stuff, I guess. As Laser Dim didn't really come off as that type, but and Ian didn't try to come off at that type. But let's just be honest, that's what he's probably trying to go for, and no one's gonna take him that seriously. Honestly. The rest of these guys going up from the cosplayer, this guy, again, it's all them dudes wrapped up in one ghetto ball. And I see him having some type of underground success. But take one good look at this guy, okay? This guy is not touching the mainstream ever. let me say that one more time. He's never touching the mainstream. He will probably have some TikTok hits, probably. But this is a marketing nightmare. You will never hear this kid on the radio. If you do, yeah, I'll be surprised. But you will never see this man in a commercial. You will never ever see this guy on damn Sesame Street. You won't see nothing. None of the sort. None of the sort. You can get away with putting like Megan Thee Stallion's raunchy adult ass on them type of shows. She can spin it to where she's like, oh yay, ha, hee, but this guy, this guy, you can only use him for Beyond Scared Straight or fucking 90 Days In or something like that. Nothing more, nothing less. So while I think he does have a future in music, I don't think he has a mainstream future in music. And that sometimes that's okay, You don't gotta be Drake. You sometimes you could just be Tech 9. Next up, we've got Jello G3, or you could just call him Jello, or Bass. You could just call him LiAngelo Ball. The basketball player, I was gonna say star, turn rapper. He has 3 songs to his name, maybe an album to his name, maybe an EP to his name, possibly. Let's be honest here for 5 seconds. This guy, he may have a year in him. Like, honest to God, a year. And I like this guy. I do. I was rooting for him when he played basketball. I rooted for him when he dropped his song. And ultimately, I wouldn't mind seeing him be a rap star. I wouldn't mind it. The irony in it, though, would be that we just took some guy that was just a basketball player and turned him into a fucking megastar. Because he does have a Hot 100 hit. Like, say that out loud real fast. LiAngelo Ball, the basketball player, got a hit. A credible hit before Flo Milli could. That is absolutely insane. And it proves to me one thing, but we could talk about that another day. Let me be real with you. I heard his music. I like his music. I think he's somebody that could remain popular for the rest of the year. He's probably got 2 years max before the people start to turn on him, and then they start to, talk about his lifestyle and, you're not really changing up your subject matter and yada yada. They're gonna hit him with the same thing they're hitting Drake with right now. Again, I like him. His music is cool, but as far as the future goes, I want to say that I know where it's headed. People are already kind of turning on him as it is right now. He can't really. He wants to perform his song in public places. And whenever he does, he's met with true silence, ultimate silence, like, Ice Spice without twerking type of silence. Like, that type of silence. It's like bad, like, you have no talent type of silence. I'll be honest with you. It's unfair. Because why did y'all give him the hit if y'all weren't going to react like y'all gave him the hit? So, again, like him, but I see where it's going. Next up, we have Nino Paid. Now, it seems like I've been slandering everybody, right? Well, that ends here. Because Nino Paid is somebody that absolutely surprised me. When I was reading off who made the list, I felt like I was disrespecting this guy more than anybody else because, again, I didn't know who he was. But, of course, I said that was all jokes, and, we got serious. Well, when I listened to Nino Paid, I definitely owe him more of an apology than I already gave him because this guy is talented. Not only is he talented, but his music has a purpose. In every song that I listened to, he told a story. And he told a story. The beat was nice. The beats were good. It's the beats that you usually hear, trap beats, but behind them, while you could dance to them and vibe out and all that stuff, there's a story being told by Nino Paid. If you listen to the lyrics, you're not just listening to the whole, I ran down on them niggas, blah, 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 and da-da-da, and, no. Nino Paid was telling stories in each song, and there were different stories. This is a guy that's going to try to motivate you in every song, or at the very least, most songs, or coincidentally, probably just the songs I heard. But either way, if I didn't listen to enough songs, then, hey, at the very least, I like the flow. I like the voice management. I like the control. It's just, he may be a one-dimensional guy, but at the same time, it's somebody that I know I can listen to. I've already got a few songs saved to this guy, so I like Nino Paid. I gotta be honest here, I do. As far as the popularity goes, I can see why he made the list. He caught some attention, being linked to Plaque Boy Max, which I'm surprised Plaque Boy Max didn't make this list. I'm not gonna lie to you, considering he's a rapper now. So, yeah. But yeah, he caught some attention being around Plaque Boy Max, and it definitely served him well. Hopefully, Plaque Boy Max's label, I guess he started a label. All include guys like Nino Paid, because if so, then I'm gonna really love what I hear from that label. But just talking about Nino Paid, the farthest I see him going, I do see him getting a hit at some point. Hell, his ceiling to me is a superstar. I eventually see this guy being able to perform on the same level as Polo G at one point. And by saying that name, I'm sure people are going to go, oh, wow, that's his ceiling. Like, let me remind y'all who that motherfucker is. You know what? We're not going to turn this into a prove you wrong thing. Let's just know Polo G was a superstar, megastar. This guy can be the same thing. Maybe not a megastar, but maybe, just maybe. I hear it in his voice. I hear the desire to be better than he is. So, good luck to Nino Paid, honestly, because you really surprised me. Next up, we have Ean Triplin. I'm sure a lot of y'all thought I was going to have Ean Triplin first. Because I know he was the only one that I knew and listened to on the list. Now, I will say this much. Ean Triplin, your future, basically wherever he is, he can rise up a little more than he is. He'll probably feature on a hit. As far as making his own hits, like, it could happen, but it's a low chance. And I'm only saying this not because he's not talented, but because of the era of music fans that we're in today. The less talent, the better. You gotta be like Sexy Red and Ice Spice. You gotta be like Cash Cobain and Lil Baby. You have to exhibit nothing. You have to show that you're super one-dimensional, but your beats have to be really simplistic, but the girls have to be able to twerk to it. And the stuff that you talk about has to be really baseless, and no one can care about it. No one cares about if you got bars anymore. They just care about, is the beat twerkable? Is the beat can a dude shake his head to it? Can he throw money to it? Can it be played in a club? And that's what's really gonna be at the top of these lists nowadays. Is it disrespectful? Did he diss somebody in the song? Is it this artist with some type of story? Is it this new artist that people are gonna give up on in a year? These are the things that these music fans listen to now, and that's why Ean Triplin is not going to make it, because he has talent. Now he could be one of these Tizo touchdown ass dudes, to where it's like, oh my god, he's such a vibe. You know, I listen to Ean Triplin, you know, so that's what type of music fan I am. Like, you know, whenever you say you listen to Tizo touchdown, you know, you just get that feeling that this dude thinks he's a music elitist. You know, I hope that doesn't become the thing with Ean Triplin, because again, I like Ean Triplin. I followed his story. I remembered when he posted about, you know, no one really being there when he was performing, and then he blew up a little bit after that, and I've been listening to him ever since. To this day, I still catch the newest songs coming out. So, while I believe he is one of the most talented in this class, while I believe he is one of the most unique in this class, I ultimately know where his future is headed, just because, again, I've been following him for a little bit. So I understand that at the most, you probably get a hit or two featuring, and then people are going to act like he's some sort of vibe, some sort of aesthetic, and then they're going to be like, oh man, I love this dude, and it's going to be on some Flo Milli shit, you know. He'll never get a hit on his own because, you know, people don't actually support the people that they say they support on Twitter. They only just say that, so, you know, you can think there's some type of fucking elite music fan and they only listen to the most, you know, oh, I listen to him and him and him, and they all sound the fucking same. So, yeah, let's just hope that doesn't happen, okay? Praying for you, Ean. Praying for you. I want you to be better. I want you to be the best, because I like you more than everyone on this list. But unfortunately, I can't say you're the best because I was surprised by a few people. Next up, we have Lil Shimmy. Now, this dude surprised me. Again, this is another dude next to Nino Paid that I was absolutely just roasting the fuck out of. Now, you always get humbled when you look at the views of these guys on YouTube and you see that they're getting 10 million views and 15 million views on music videos and stuff, and it's like, you know, how the fuck are y'all doing this? But I heard these songs and then I understood. Along with Nino Paid, this guy doesn't necessarily tell a story, but this guy is very, very versatile, and that's why I have him above Nino Paid. So he can sing, and I was not expecting that looking at this guy. Really, and truthfully, I wasn't. I was expecting some ignorant, you know, I slide on my ops, I beat people up, you know, just some 1900 Rugrat shit. No, it wasn't that at all. So, well, I'm surprised. I do see a future for this guy. I do definitely see a future for this guy. Of course, you know, his raps kind of remind me of, you know, like early Lil Uzi, and I don't see him becoming Lil Uzi, you know, exactly like Lil Uzi, but, you know, I will say that he has a future in music. He keeps this shit up, he has a future in music. I know I sound like I'm slowing down on him a little bit, but secretly I've been listening to a song of his in my other ear. So sorry about that. His music's just so good, you know, I had to listen to him while talking about him. So sorry about that. But no, this dude is actually super talented. And again, sorry about making fun of you, dude. I know you probably impressed during XXL. Although I have been let down by talented people during the freestyles and ciphers before, so not expecting too much. But at the same time, you surprise me so much, I am. And speaking of surprising, number 2, second best in the class, maybe even number 1, honestly, Samara Sin. Now, y'all are gonna hit me with, you know, damn, we weren't expecting this shit, and I don't know why y'all do, honestly. Be real with y'all, alright? This girl, if you close your eyes and played some of her music, you cannot honestly sit there and tell me that she does not sound like Doja Cat. She is if Doja Cat wasn't a complete fucking weirdo and only focused on making rap music. She can sing, she can rap. It's absolutely just, it's amazing to hear. It's wonderful. I love it. I fucking love it. Now, sadly, unless you show some ass and titties, you won't have a future in music, because the music industry, specifically the rap music, is very sexist. They want you to be this sex doll and this sex plant. If you're not, shaking ass like Ice Spice, like look what they did to Ice Spice. She lost weight. She did the same thing, and people cared less. She put the weight back on, and now they're saying, oh, she's a princess of rap again. Oh my God, look at Ice Spice. Oh man. Yeah. So Samara, you have an interesting glow about you. You do. You know shit's serious when I start talking to the artist directly. But seriously, no, Samara is very, very talented. If I recommend y'all listen to anybody off of this class, I'm telling you go listen to Low Shimmy. I'm telling you go listen to Samara Sin. I'm telling you go listen to Ean Triplin. They're all really good. I know y'all have heard number one, and I know y'all know who's left. But this girl, like, I knew something was up when she was the only one that made the list. I'm like, yeah, she has to be real fucking good. And credit to the underground plugs that push music from artists like Samara Sin, because really and truthfully, they're the ones that do some of the work too sometimes. Not all of the work, because Samara Sin has to be talented for them to care enough to push their music. But I seen a lot of love for Samara Sin before she got on the class. I did. I've seen nothing but love for her. I don't hear anything negative about her, truly. So yeah, does she have a future? I would love her to. I would love her to have a future in music. I would love her to have a future in music and not be one. I would love her to have a future in music and not be strange like Doja Cat and Doechii. And two, I would love for her to keep, this same glow about her. Don't switch up anything. I don't care what anyone's saying. Don't change it up. Let's treat her like a star, because truly, with the talent she exhibited, she is a star, 100%. Lastly, we have TDE's own Rayvon. Now, this should be a surprise to nobody. If you listen to him this year going back and forth with Joey Badass, you know that this motherfucker don't play no type of games. Again, I feel like at this point, you tell me somebody's from TDE or Dreamville, I'm not going to expect any trash music. I'm not going to expect these people to be garbage in any sense. I'm not going to expect them to have any deficiencies in their game. Rayvon's another one. He has no deficiencies in his game. This man can rap his ass off. He's very, very talented, as a matter of fact. When I listen to him, I get a little mixture of Ab-Soul and Isaiah Rashad, a little bit, actually. It's, not gonna lie to you, it's refreshing. It is. It's fucking refreshing. Will he be a superstar? 9 times out of 10, probably not. Again, the more talent you have, the less likely you are to be a superstar. The less likely you are to be on Drake's level. You can be Kendrick maybe, but that's if you have a fan base that's truly dedicated to getting you off the ground. But then again, the type of fans TDE have, they care about music. They don't care about statistics like a certain rapper's fan base. So yeah. Shout out to Rayvon. Shout out to this class. But now I'm going to speak on what I want to speak on. Now, my final thoughts on this class is based off of what I've heard. If I never heard music from half of this class, I would be satisfied. If I never heard music again from half this class, I would be satisfied. If I never heard a song from Laser Dim again, if I never heard music from Baby Chief Do It or EBK Jabbo, like all these guys, man, if I never heard songs from these motherfuckers again, nothing in my life would change. I would feel no different. Let's be real. Everyone in this class probably won't change my life, but at the same time, I know who I favor more. I knew who I desire to see on top more. And I need Samara Sin and Rayvon to reap the benefits of what they've given. Because what I listened to, what I heard, was absolute mastery. Them artists got it. They got it. They're the only two that I feel like are close to where they need to be as far as what they need to be mainstream superstars. I think that those two can do it. I think they can. Ean, Jello, and Shimmy, I think they're good. Nothing really to complain about. I like Ean a lot too, but again, talking about potential and popularity, mixing that in, I think they'll just be all right. From Jello down, and I'm talking about before Jello, not at Jello. I'm talking about before him. Yeah, nothing good to say about none of them. Now, 1900 Rugrat, decent. I won't sit here and shit on him too much. Not at all. Just not a fan of his subject matter and how he sounds. Really, that's really all there is to it. EBK Jabbo, a little close to decent, but at the same time, not my cup of tea either. From him down, we are talking about some real fucking garbage. We're talking about some trash. YTB Fatt is bad. I don't like the fucking music at all. I'll say he's a little closer to decent too. I can't say that he's bad just because the Memphis music. I'm just not a fan of that type of shit. But from him down, true garbage. Baby Chief Do It is garbage. Laser Dim, I'm sorry, is not good. He's bad. I don't y'all probably gonna say unironically or oh no, he's not bad. That nigga sucks. I'm sorry, he's not fucking good. I'm sure I'm missing someone else, but if I am, motherfucker's real insignificant. But Baby Chief Do It and Laser Dim. If I never heard music from both of these dudes again, it could not be fucking soon enough. It couldn't be sooner. Truly, it needs to be sooner. If I decide to react to these freestyles and ciphers, really and truthfully, honestly, I need it to be done after that, because both of these dudes have nothing to give the game. Nothing. They have nothing to give it. Really, everyone that from Rugrat and down have nothing to give the game. Just some hood, I'm gonna slide on you when I see you music. Like, yeah, it's okay. But when we talk about the highlights of this class, the only people that I have nothing but good things to say about is everyone from Ean Triplin and up. So while there's some really good surprises here, there are some very unexpected, turds in this class. And yeah, I ain't got nothing good to say about Laser Dim and fucking Baby Chief. Both of them suck dog shit. Dog shit. I mean it. They spew dog shit and they suck it too. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this class. I think personally, in the hierarchy of things, listening to them and seeing how their careers are gonna go, I think it's no different from last year's class. I think it's no different from 2015 in hindsight. I think it's no different. You're going to get a clear one star out of this class. You're going to get one person that really does it well on this class. That, probably that one person that started with a hit and, years later never got a hit again. It's probably going to be Jello. The one guy that's going to surprise everybody and shock the fuck out of the system, probably Rayvon. And then you got the one person that's going to become the megastar after 2 years of being very underrated. It's probably Samara. Samara and Shimmy. And then you have the popular one that got on the list for being popular, but is probably going to fade off into, obscurity in 2 years. Probably Laser Dim. And Ian. Maybe not, though. But, that's how I feel about it all. I don't feel too great about this class due to nearly 50% of it being mediocre. And let me be real with you. While Jello is good, he's closer to that mediocrity than he is good. But I also don't have a problem with his music. While I said I liked his music, it's not something that I can see myself blasting, you know. So, yeah, from 6 and down, it's just, yeah, it's really more missed than hits, which is ironic because, you know, Jello has a hit. But after him, 5 and up, Ean Triplin and up, Lil Shimmy and up. You know, it really does get exciting, and I do hope good things for their futures. So again, 2015 is what it reminds me of. You know, y'all tell me what class, you know, this feels like. Honestly, I hope it, you know, fares better. You know, a lot of these artists wind up changing my, you know, perception of them. But, you know, that's up to them. Beyond any case, you know, we back. I had to let a few days go by before, you know, I dropped this. I think some of the freestyles are out. I might check some of them out in the coming days. But beyond any case, you know, vibe, have a good time, and I will see y'all later, man. Peace out.